a pocket full of pounds.
I tell my baby wine
Niger
up.
boy with a pocket full of pounds.
I tell my baby wine up. Girl, just sign up.
S-A-F.
Well, if you really wanna party with me, hey, put your hands on my eyes, can't see. They say you're full in my VIP. They smoked up in my VIP. Them get love to me, say they look a man though. Love when I hit them with that better man flow. Hey, why?
Right, I'm in no shape or form an avid reader, and as cliche as it does sound, reading has absolutely changed my life. It's the best way of putting it is it's as simple as standing on the shoulders of those that have come before you, or as some may say, standing on the shoulders of giants. It's now to an extent where, if I'm honest, I actually have, it sounds sad, but I have a reading budget every single month of what I spend buying new books. Doesn't mean I'm going to read it immediately, but at least I know that I've always got a bank of books. Similarly, if you know me well enough, you know I love trainers, and I have new trainers that I haven't worn for a year, 2 years, 3 years, and so on and so forth. And I thought, why can I have material possessions that adds no value to my life, but then I have literally no books? So that's when I started investing in books. A bit around me reading.
Because some of you might find reading a bit daunting, like I do. Like I probably read one book every 3 months. I take it easy. But a colleague of mine gave me a book. I think my first book that I actually ever read, other than obviously university, is called Compound Effect. The Compound Effect. And he gave me the book in 2017. I read it for the whole of 2017 and parts of 2018, and I didn't still finish reading the book. But it made me realise something. It made me realise that actually
reading is like my personal sanctuary. Reading just explodes my mind and takes me to places that, you know, I haven't been, and helps me get there faster as well. I know what you're thinking. I've got this array of books right here behind me, and I'm only going to give you 5 books that I read this year. I'm going to go a step further. I'm going to give you the 5 books that I recommend you read this year if you haven't read it. These are books that I read last year, but I am going to give you 5 books that I am going to read this year, so you can read with me, if you want to call it that. And most importantly as well, if you need it, there is something that has been floating around the internet, and I've got a copy of it. It's a PDF file of literally dozens and dozens of books, amazing books. If you need it, my email's in the description section. Just pop me an email and I'll send it over to you. Let's get started. So this book here is probably my favorite, and it's one of those books where you have to read it twice, and it's quite a challenging book to comprehend, because as you're reading it, you're thinking, whoa, like that really resonates with me. And that book is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. I think I've said it correctly. Alright, this book's amazing. Like, honestly, it goes on to talk about living in the present moment, rather than being a slave to, you know, the memories of the past, or living in anticipation of the future. Let's be honest, a lot of times, you know, we live in the memories of the past. Oh, I had such a great year in 2016, and you know, you're always trying to reminisce and always trying to walk down memory lane, and you fail to enjoy the moment. Or maybe there's been some harsh conditions that you faced in the past, and it still guides your life till today. Maybe you've had a failed relationship, and you know, now automatically anyone that you come across, you're always comparing them to, you know, your experiences from the past. Or sometimes, you know, you're so ambitious, you want to attain this success in the future, but you're so preoccupied by just the thought of it that you do not enjoy the moment. You make no effort in the present time to actually enhance your chances of attaining success in the future. It's amazing. The book then goes on to talk about pain body, which is like a negative field of energy that we're born with, in a sense. It's an energy that we're so comfortable with, you know, the energy of being unhappy. The book goes on to teach you about meditation and how to break the stream of constant thought, because that's what runs people crazy, and that's what keeps people sort of trapped in a rat race. And the book leaves you with a question, essentially speaking. If someone dropped a hot coal in your palms, would you hold on to it or would you drop it? So similarly, everyone watching this video will drop the hot coal. So similarly, why wouldn't you drop that burden? Why wouldn't you drop all that negative emotion? Why wouldn't you rid yourself of it and just be pure sort of stuff? So an amazing book. honestly. So the second book that I'm going to introduce is How to Survive and Thrive in the New World of Buy-to-Let by Rob Dix. Yeah, Rob Dix, correct. Again, another amazing book. And it teaches you how to develop a strategy that works. It teaches you how to read the market, how to understand the trend, what to look out for. It goes through how to source your property. It's literally the Bible for any beginner looking to get into properties. It's literally that. An amazing book, amazing book. I'd recommend this 10 times over. And most importantly as well, it's a very easy book to read. I'm a very slow reader, but I was getting through loads of pages a day on this, because you know this copy is written in, because I have a thing with if the pages are not white and the writing isn't spaced out enough, it takes me a lot longer to read. But this book is literally perfect for me, a very easy read. So I definitely recommend it. That's my second pick for 2020. Right, the third pick for 2020 is for you guys to smash out the like button. But honestly, please, man, I'd really appreciate it. On my vision board, I've got 20,000 subscribers, and I'm not near it at the moment. So yes, please, guys, just hit that button, like the video, comment, share it to your friends, and I'd really appreciate that. So the third book that I'd recommend for 2020 is this book here, As a Man Thinketh. It's by James Allen. I was going to say Rob Allen from the last one, Rob Dix. But yeah, it's by James Allen, an amazing book. It's a very short book, only 35 pages, and you could probably get through it in a few hours. It gives you the idea that we are the authors of our lives, and any circumstances and any situations that you find yourself in life is as a result of your thought. So essentially speaking, if your thoughts are pure, then you know you'd always attain happiness, you'd always attain success, you'd always attain all these positive connotations. But if your thoughts are really vile and evil and full of envy and so on and so forth, then you're gonna have that negative energy translate into just negative experiences, essentially speaking. I'd leave you with this quote from the book: nature helps every man to the gratification of the thoughts to which he most encourages. So you, in essence, you are what you think. So think greatness. Right, on to number 4. The last two books, 4 and 5. Woo, you see that? 4 and 4 door. Anyways, the last two books, 4 and 5s, are very predictable. But I have to put it on. So that is, bam, everyone's favorite book, The Richest Man in Babylon. This book, what can I say, or what can't I say about this book? It teaches you the foundation of money. It's written in I guess you'd call it Old English, and with a lot of parables and stuff of that nature. It teaches you the foundation of money, and it actually teaches you how to save money. It teaches you how to grow your wealth, and it gives you a lot of life lessons that I believe are just transferable. Honestly, as it says here, The Success Secrets of the Ancients, the most inspiring book on wealth ever written. So if you're interested in wealth creation, if you're interested in generational wealth, if you're interested in investment, if you're interested in money, if you're interested in understanding how it works, this is the book to start with. And obviously you could go on to other books. And alongside this book is number 5. Again, everyone's favorite, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's simple. I think a lot of people probably already know about this book. One journey could literally have you trapped in a rat race, working as a slave. The other journey could give you financial freedom, wealth, the ability to provide for your family, and so on and so forth. Very similar to The Richest Man in Babylon. It's centered around investment. It's centered around wealth creation. It's centered around how to structure your finances to a place where you then have your assets paying for your expenses. Finally, I'm going to leave you with all the books that I am reading, or I intend on reading, this year in 2020. If you've got any gems as well, don't be stingy with it. Share it. Just drop me an email. Pop it in the comment section. What's your favorite book of 2019? What books are you reading in 2020? So do that. The first one, I was actually in Tesco and I saw this and I thought, I've got to buy it. It looks very interesting. Blowing the Doors Off by Michael Caine. I read the reviews on it and it's meant to be a tremendous read. So that's that. And as you all know, I love properties. So the second book is HMO Success by Nick Fox. Again, it teaches you about properties but on a different scale. So HMO, houses of multiple occupations. This book teaches you how to structure it, how to get started, how to earn more money doing HMOs as opposed to the regular buy-to-lets. Then you've got this one, You're a Badass at Making Money, and it's by Jen Sincero. I think I've said it correctly. Again, I found this intriguing. I love colourful books, and I thought, you know what, I've got to have this. Then you've got this one, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, I believe that's how you pronounce it. On to the final one. This will probably take me about 10 years to finish, but it's called The Intelligent Investor. You name them, the greatest investors have read this book, from Warren to everyone. So I thought, you know what, I'll give it a try. It's very, very juicy because I've kind of skimmed through it. Very juicy, but it's also based on the American economy. I'd read it, but with a pinch of salt. But again, it shapes your mind just in general. And that's that. That's me done with my book vlog. I hope you enjoy this. I'll be with you guys again next Sunday at 6 p.m. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share my channel.
The keys in the cut, and everybody around me just be living it up, 'cause we don't give a fuck about a thing.